In this video, I would like to share you about Bonded Labor System Abolition Act 1976. According to this act contains 27 sections. In this 27 sections, it explains about what definitions of bonded labors and other remedies for bonded labors, and what are all the remedies and what are all the problems faced by the bonded labors, and how to recover, how the person recover from this bonded labors. So these all are the things discussed in this bonded act. Labor means a person who is debtor to a creditor, a person who buy or who borrows money from a creditor, and he is insufficient to pay that amount to that creditor, so he agrees to work in their companies or their factories or their working places, or in their working places, is by signing an agreement called bonded agreement. From the person who signed bonded agreement, he is called an for the purpose of working, he is called as an bonded labor. The bonded labors basically facing the problems like he is not getting a proper food, and he is not getting a proper medical facilities, and he will be treated as only as slaves. These all are the problems faced by more of the bonded labors. Bonded labors can get a remedy through this act. On 1976, to abolish this system of practice, this system of labor, as the government planned to enact an act called Bonded Labor System Abolition Act 1976. After the commencement of this act, if anyone is working as a bonded labor, he will approach a court and he will get a certificate called a Bonded Labor's Releasing Certificate. And if anyone is keeping a bonded labor, or anyone is treating a labor as a bonded labor, then he will be punished according to this act, and he will be punished for 1 year or 3 year 1 year, or up to fine 2000 rupees. Any property which is owned by a debtor is given, whether it is transferred to the creditor because of the insufficient of his payment, then that property is again transferred to the real owner, who is a debtor in this case. And the debtor, after getting a releasing certificate from a high court or a supreme court or or from a district court, then he he will be considered as an he will be freed from a bonded labor agreement. And after this commencement of this act, if anyone is signing a bonded agreement, this agreement is considered as a void agreement, and the persons who is signing this agreement is void, and he will be punished according to this act. And finally, the central government plan to keep a committee called a vigilant committee, who the main duty of the vigilant committee is to check whether anyone is working as a bonded labor, or the bonded laborers who is released from through the certificate are facing some any problems in financially or economically, then he should help, and he should help, that committee should help. These all